Hi guys, welcome to this week's Monday Bites. I'm Vivian Chan and I want to share the biggest umami bite with you ever. Well, ever to me. So let's get started. First thing is, you guys all know how much I adore fried chicken. But if you love fried chicken as much as I do, then you guys have to try Korean fried chicken. Korean fried chicken is not your average chicken. The coating's different, it's crunchy, it's super, super crunchy, and there's this sticky, salty, sugary, amazing coating sauce all over it. It's perfect for bar food. So let's get started today. Not to mention, it will sit on top of something that will be the perfect mashup. And of course, there's a sip for JP. So, first things first. I have this batter right here. It is a mixture of cornstarch, AP flour, 1-to-1 ratio. AP flour is just short for all-purpose flour. That's a little kitchen lingo we have here. 1 3/4 cups of ice cold water seltzer. It really should be ice cold. If you want, throw a couple of ice cubes in there or pop that in the fridge 15 minutes before you're starting. While you're measuring everything out, also means measuring out all your items. So these are drumettes and these are midsections. I forgot what they were called for a second. You want to make sure, if you're ordering from the butcher, just make sure they're called split wings. And usually you would discard the tips because they fry at a different rate. So you're going to coat this. The batter is thick. Similar to a pancake batter, this is what gives it that nice crunch. I have to say before everyone goes, this isn't traditional, this is a shortcut because you know how I am about getting things ready quick and easy. So this, instead of Korean fried chicken, is usually double fried. This is just fried once, but it gives you that same coating. So more food, half the time. I don't think anyone's losing in this situation. So we're going to fry it. You want to make sure it's fully coated.
Do you use seltzer or regular water?
Sarah asked if I use seltzer or water. You can use ice cold water, but I use seltzer because I always have seltzer at my house. This is also my second home. I live here. I'm actually here more often than I am in my own home. So you're going to drop them in. Be careful. Really important note about frying, make sure you don't overcrowd the pan. Always fill the oil that you're frying with halfway, because when you add stuff, it fills up the pot and you don't want it to overspill. That's very dangerous. I'm also frying in canola oil and I added some vegetable shortening to it. That is a little trick that makes sure things get nice color. Let me take this off. It gives it that nice color, and I like to mix it up a little. So you just want to squish it a little around, so make sure it doesn't stick together. All this floating around, that's like similar to what you would call a tempura batter. So those crunchies that you usually get at traditional Japanese restaurants, they have shrimp, they have chicken. This is gonna go for a little bit. Believe it or not, the batter is so heavy, but because of the cold water and the seltzer, it aerates the chicken. So in a way, it'll float when it's ready. So it's a little heavenly air pocket that goes, I'm ready for you to eat. So while that's going, we are going to make the sauce. You're gonna take a big old bowl. You're gonna know why you want this big old bowl. So the sauce I told you was sweet, spicy, salty, tangy, sticky, delicious. You're gonna add some honey. And if you could play around with the ratios. If you like it more spicy, add more heat. This is some sriracha. I like to add some soy. You can mix half and half low sodium if you think that's too much soy. I like to add secret fresh lime juice from the limes. Big difference. Stir that up. Sesame oil. All right. If you guys could smell this, what is there not to love? This is just like, your tongue is gonna be like, that's a party. You want it to be nice and thick like this because you want it to coat the wings. So, I'm gonna show you guys a little hack that I did. Because those wings take a little longer, anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, make sure you guys take one, cut it into it. Make sure you guys don't serve raw wings. The make ahead tip is fry them up, because they take a while and you want to do a big old batch. Put them on a baking sheet with the rack, and you can pop them in the oven on around 200 or 250. This is just to keep warm. Then you're going to add them to your sauce. You hear that? Those aren't rocks. Those are my wings. Sounds so crunchy. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. So, then you're going to toss them. Woo! It's a party. It is a messy party, but a party. This guy tried to get away. Now that is some coated wings. What you're gonna do is pour that, and I made a splatter effect. Pour that onto a platter. Yes, please. Then, we're not done yet. We're gonna top it with some toasted sesame seeds and some freshly sliced scallion on the bias. Guys, you have to make this. Promise me, this is amazing. Korean fried chicken with a little twist and a hack. What makes fried chicken better? I think that's a proper question. Waffles. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make, stick with our theme, kimchi fried rice waffles. What you need for kimchi fried rice first is some bacon. You're gonna cook that down, render some of the fat. This is just thick cut bacon. I like using thick cut because I feel like I get more fat out of it. Heat this up. I like doing this in cast iron because cast iron retains the heat. Like so. Then we're going to add some chopped kimchi. Kimchi is a very popular staple in every meal of a Korean dish. It is, I'm gonna show you guys while this guy heats up. It's pickled Napa cabbage or radish, and there's a mixture of scallions and garlic, Korean chili flakes, different spices, and there is one special ingredient. It is a fermented fish or shrimp. It gives it that pungent umami flavor, and it also makes everything ferment quickly, and it's bubbly, similar to pickles or sauerkraut in other cultures. It's really good. And you guys know when a jar of kimchi is opened at any room, you'll smell it. So once this guy's heated, we're going to add our chopped kimchi. I drained this. You wanna just cook out some of the moisture, coat it with some of the fat.
Is kimchi always cabbage?
Oh, Sarah asked if kimchi is always cabbage. It is not. There are so many different kinds. People make chives out of it. People make radish, carrots, anything really, whatever, cucumbers. And it is a labor of love, traditional kimchi, because it does take a while to ferment. However, there are quick kimchi, similar to quick pickles. So once some of the moisture has cooked out, one very important fact when you're making kimchi fried rice, or any kind of fried rice, this is a really important trick, guys, is having cooked rice that's cold. Why? Because when you're adding hot rice or warm rice to something so hot, what happens is it becomes mush. Freezing or chilling or keeping in the fridge like overnight rice, it's perfect. It slows down the cooking process, forming a crust before the starch breaks down and becomes mush. So really important. You're gonna add that in. And it's a little clumpy, but that's okay. It buys you time. Sarah, what kind of rice I'm using? I am using jasmine. I like that it's fragrant. You guys can switch this up for any other rice if you like brown rice or different kind of grains like farro. I've seen farro at some of the restaurants. Really, whatever you guys like, let us know, write comments below. And right now, I'm just making sure all of it is coated. I like pressing it down. Crank this to high heat. That's why we're using cast iron. We want that heat. Push it down. Let it form crust. Let the crust form. Form crust did not make any sense. And you can hear it. It'll talk to you. It's like sizzle, sizzle. This guy is still going. Give it a little quick stir. Ooh. You see? Look at that coating. But it's going to take a while before it turns color. So it's only been about like 2 minutes. Alrighty. Now that the crust has formed, what you want to do, I know this is a little silly, but you want to add the reserved kimchi water. You're like, wait. Why did I take out all the moisture to add back in? Because now the crust has formed. This is flavor. If you threw this out by accident, no worries. You can just dilute a little sriracha or gochujang with water. Gochujang is a Korean pepper paste. It's very popular in supermarkets, or you can find it online. And then you add a pinch of salt. And you're going to pour that in. You hear that? That's sizzle. Here. And then you're going to stir that up. Look at that crust. Those brown bits, oh, amazing. We're gonna add some nori, which is toasted seaweed snacks, some toasted sesame, and that is kimchi fried rice. Alrighty. So now that we have this done, how are we gonna take this and make it into waffles? We have our trusty friend, the waffle maker. You wanna let this kimchi fried rice chill a little, which I have some for us right here. It's very important, similar to why we have cold rice, it helps form the shape. What you're going to need is a little binder. So we're gonna crack 1 egg. No shell, there's plenty of texture in there already. We're gonna break this up. We're gonna add some rice to it and fold. Give or take about 1 cup of rice to 1 egg. You just wanna make sure it's fully coated, like so. This is really to help it form a shape of a waffle, okay? Preheated waffle iron, really preheated. Whew. Then you're gonna plop this in the little divot. Don't worry about making a mess, because clearly that is not an issue for me at all today. Push it down. That's gonna go for a little bit until a nice crust forms. All right, let's clean up a little. I don't want it to look too sloppy. This is my plate. It's already covered in sauce. And because the rice is already fully cooked and the egg cooks very quickly in the waffle iron. So this will probably take 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how strong your waffle iron is. I can actually smell it. I think it's going. I have a pretty high setting. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. This is the worst part, waiting. You know what, while that's going, we're gonna make our sip, which is a seasonal beer. Because trust me, this is hot and you want something to cool it down. What we're gonna do, where's everything today? We are gonna add some pomegranate juice to a pitcher. Some ginger ale. I wanna make sure I have beer, enough beer for everyone to cool them down. Some American lager. My pitcher is too small, so I'm gonna top off my glasses. Serve over ice. If you guys don't like pomegranate juice or can't find it, feel free to switch this out for cranberry juice, or grape juice, or apple juice. It makes the beer a little pretty and fancy. The recipe calls for 2 beers, and this is about 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm gonna top off. Look how fancy and cute that is. Game day food can be really classy too. I like to garnish with some jewels, AKA some pomegranate seeds. And if you're using cranberry juice or if you're using grape juice, just use the fruit because your eyes eat first. Yes, it does. And then you want your guests to know, hey, what flavor is that? There it is for JP. There it is for Sarah. We're gonna leave this right here because everyone's like, when is this waffle ready? Everyone's excited. This is the big reveal. No, oh. Ta-da! Scoop it out. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna be classy. We're gonna stack this. Always make sure you use the pretty one for top, you know, for the social media. Okay. Goodbye. I'm gonna finish this off by adding fried chicken. Yes. Yes. More? Yes. All right, before this gets a little too wild, we're gonna garnish with some scallion, some sesame seeds. I like to add spicy honey, hot honey, because it's fried chicken. And there's more. We're gonna top it off with fried quail eggs. These are not baby eggs, they're from actual quails, grown-ups. I think we need more honey. So I like trying quail eggs. If you guys don't like quail eggs, go with a duck egg maybe or a chicken egg. Now, for the big moment. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so spicy. Woo. Oh no. Oh mama. Okay. Oh, Mondays are biting me. Mondays are biting me. With that said, guys, I hope this inspired you to go out. Oh my Lord. It's so hot. Make sure you guys control your heat level. If you can't handle the heat, don't put so much. I have to share with all my friends and get some water for myself. But that's it. Mondays never have to bite. Just make sure you have a bite of something delicious, preferably not too spicy. Bye guys, till next week. I need water. Click here for more videos. Click here to subscribe to Food Network and write comments below, like what you want to see next.